I don't know what the issue is, but I think that, you're calling it not being very nice to my staff.
Me and her had a good conversation. I mean, the lady, she said she was even going to try to help me. She didn't want to let me come today. That's how I got the information.
You're not supposed to be here today. We gave you a date of December 16th.
Yeah, but when I called and I explained to her that I won't be here, I won't have nowhere to stay while I'm here. And I told her, she said, bring my information, my documents that I had to prove that I had eviction and I was going back home to my mom. So how can I be here on December 16th if I'm leaving on the 15th?
You've got this case open, right? So you can't just move and leave without taking care of this first,
I know, but that was already arranged. That's why I called and did due diligence to say, hey, how do I go about this process?
Okay, so you need a lawyer, right? We spoke about that last time.
That's why I brought everything to show that I have an eviction. How can I pay for a lawyer? I don't even have the money for one. And
if I remember last time you came here, you said you have your own business. You've got
because I have business that
4
doesn't
trucks.
make money. Yeah, I did, but I'm here because the guy who I'm here for ruined that truck, totaled the truck, and I don't have it. I never got it back. That's why I'm here. My livelihood was ruined by the guy that I'm here for.
You're now charged with terroristic threat.
That's fine.
You've been filed on for this case.
I just can't respectfully see how can I go about the process that a person, when I called, a rep told me to do this. So I came here to respectfully go about the process the right way so I don't miss work. Paper says if you can't make it to do your due diligence, so I'm doing my due diligence and I'm not getting the, I guess, response or help. I don't know.
Okay, so you work now currently, right?
My livelihood, no. My livelihood, my work was my truck. It is ruined. It is gone. I have no work. The guy I was here for that worked with me crashed and totaled my truck, which means my work, my only livelihood, my business is ruined.
What were you doing before?
I had my business for 6 years.
Doing what?
Running a commercial fleet service, 26-foot box trucks.
Okay, and how much money were you making a month?
Monthly, after pay, I would say maybe 8,000. And that's including paying for the truck note, truck insurance, and rent.
Okay, so how much money do you make now a month?
I haven't made money since he trashed my truck, which was what, September 28th or something like that.
So you tell me you've been out of work since September.
I have been getting help
now in November.
I've been out. I don't have work. I had a business.
How do you support yourself now?
Family is helping me, which is why I say I'm going back home to my mother, who's helping me.
Okay,
I worked very hard in my life. I'm not a dummy. I have degrees. I worked very hard in my life. I worked for American Red Cross. I also have a phlebotomist certificate. I also have a real estate license. I'm not dumb, stupid, or slow. You're not talking to no one who's sitting here in front of you claiming something. I've worked hard in my life with the American Red Cross for 12 years. Not dumb, stupid, or slow. I opened a business. I started a business, and the man ruined my business. And I'm here for free. Yes, I did. If you call it a terrorist there, call it what you want. Someone ruined my livelihood that I worked very hard for would not return it. I don't have the keys to my livelihood. $72,000 truck with a loan still on it that I still have to pay for. I don't have it.
I can give you an application for an appointed lawyer. We need you to fill it out. Don't just put zeros. I need to know everything about you, how much money you have at the bank, how many cars you have, house, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, IRAs. Just fill it out and I'll take a look if you qualify. And if you qualify.
Again, if I'm not going to be here, I have an eviction. I don't know what more you need to see if you need me to miss court because I'm not going to be here or be sleeping on the street. I don't know if that's what you want from me. That's not how I live my life. That's not how I went to school to plan to live my life. I don't know if you want me here living on the street. They get the court December 16th, but again, if I have an eviction that I brought to you from a community complex, a legal document, where do you want me to sleep until December 16th?
You can't just take off.
I did not say that. That's why I am here to ask you the correct procedure. That's why I am here. I came here to ask you to do my due diligence, so I don't just take off. I could have a million people just take off. I'm doing my due diligence, and I'm just not getting the proper, I guess, or respectable response.
I don't appreciate your passive aggressive.
I'm just trying to do my due diligence, and you're just saying, I don't know.
I know that you're touting the due diligence word, and I've told you also repeatedly that you need a lawyer to represent you. The lawyer can give you guidance. I cannot. I can't give you legal advice. I cannot give you guidance. I can only tell you that you need a lawyer, what you're charged with, what you're facing, the bond conditions that you have. At this point in the game, it's lawyer. You need a lawyer. I've told you that you need to go hire one. You're telling me that you don't have money, that you've not worked since September. So the next stage is I give you an application to fill out. And I'm going to give you an application to fill out, but don't give it to me with all zeros because I'm going to send it back to you. Just fill it out honestly, fill it out thoroughly, and I'll take a look whether you qualify. And if you do, I'll provide you with a court-appointed lawyer. But you got to understand, in this life, the way that you've acted to me, the way that you've staffed, the way that you've threatened my coordinator on the phone, in this life, you get
Your coordinator, I had a very good
Ma'am,
conversation.
your only discussion was with the judge.
you get more with honey than you do with vinegar.
I'm sorry, can I say something? Me and the coordinator had very good conversation. So what coordinator did you spoke to that told you that? Because we had a good conversation and she just said no. I had a very good conversation with the coordinator who actually told me, no, come up here tomorrow. I said, I could come next. She said, no, come tomorrow. If I was you, gave me correct steps. So I don't know. It wasn't Latoya Furlough. I don't appreciate that because I've never had an incorrect conversation with anyone on the phone. I called one time and got that information one time from a lady who thanked me, and I had a conversation outside of this with that person on the phone. So it was not a rude conversation at all, for not even a second.
A big part of this life is also listening. I've been trying to explain you stuff as well. You get more with honey than you do with vinegar in every aspect of life. If you act like this to the lawyer that we give you, you're not going to have a good relationship and it's not going to go well. So remember, be patient, be nice. It takes a while to get evidence. Rome wasn't built in a day. So if we give you a lawyer today and you start hooting and hollering, well, I don't have this, I don't have that, it takes time.
Yes, sir, you're judging me. I'm not like that. I'm not like that.
I'm just telling you to be patient and be nice because it goes a long way in every aspect of life. All right, do you mind giving an application? Thanks.
Judge, I don't want to get into the facts or anything, but I just want to correct any misrepresentations that were made to the court. The complainant.
Wait, hold on.
The complainant in this case is not her former employee, it's his family. So the people that she was naming, his brother-in-law, sister, and their child. I just want to make that known to the court. It was not the employee that was the complainant in the terroristic threat.
Okay. Do we have proper bond conditions in place now?
They don't speak English. Yeah, say anything.
Ma'am, Ms. Furlow, it's not your turn to say anything. Just please. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right.
It looks like there's a no contact as part of the bond conditions, which I think is.
On the appropriate complaining witness?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. So ma'am, if you just mind, be so kind to take a seat. Mr. Dean, you're charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You've missed court. You've paid an out-of-county bond. Every time you miss court, we issue a warrant. And all you do is end up enriching bonding companies every time you miss court. That's all you're doing. So if you like to throw money away, keep missing court.
That was a mistake. That was my part.
I'm letting you know, every time you miss, we issue a warrant, and every time it triples or quadruples. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So the next time it's probably going to get hit 5,000 plus.
I understand.
Now, do you have a lawyer today? You need a lawyer to represent you in this case. You're facing quite a bit of time, not to mention collateral consequences with a conviction like this. So
Ask me to bring your driver's license, a new driver's license, and a copy of my insurance.
okay, that is to be able to drive, but you still need a lawyer to represent you in this case. Have you sought out or reached out to any lawyers?
Yeah, but
Have you hired a lawyer yet?
No.
You need to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you time for you to do that. We're going to reset your case for a month. We need you to go out, reach out to lawyers, and when you come back, you need to have a lawyer representing you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Can you run his license to see if it's valid?
Yes, Judge.
And then do you mind grabbing his insurance? What kind of car was this driving? Alex, please.
Let me pull up the.
So this card, you're only covered on a 2007 Chevy Suburban. You understand that? So that's the only car that you can drive. So don't drive any other car. Do you understand that? All right, I will take off the. Bless you. Bless you. I will take off the bail condition that you can't drive. You're now allowed to drive. Make sure that it's that car. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset, and then we're going to get you out of here. And when you come back, please have a lawyer. Don't miss court again because your bond is just going to go a lot higher. You understand? Okay, sir. Please. Got it.
All right, Judge, page 12, Fontenelle.
He's present with counsel, Judge. May we approach?
Of course. Hi, Mike. How are you?
Good, how are
You should have let us know. We would have hit you first, you know? I didn't realize you were here on an arraignment.
Being patient. This is holding
Good
fun.
morning, Mr. Fontenot. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On November 17th, 2024, the officer responded to a medical assistance call at a public roadway in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle stationary in a moving lane of traffic. The defendant was asleep in the driver's seat of the vehicle while it was still in drive. The officer observed 3 open containers inside the vehicle in plain view, all of which were cold to the touch.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Judge, all cold to the touch. And after several attempts at waking the defendant, the officer broke the back passenger side window and placed the vehicle in park. When the defendant woke up, the standard field sobriety tests were performed, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. DIC were read, but the defendant refused. Blood search warrant was obtained and executed.
Any priority to be eyes?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Fontenot, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
I'm now taking away your privilege to drive. You're not allowed to drive for the foreseeable future. Do you understand? And I would hope that you recognize it's elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. If I find that you consume alcohol, if I find that you use illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. And I don't care if Jesus needs a ride to church. You get into a car and drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing up to 6 months in jail and a $100 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Mike, when I know that he appreciates the awesome power and privilege it is to drive, I will allow him to drive. But until that point, and you coming up here telling me, oh, I've learned my lesson, means nothing to me. Actions speak louder than words. Heed this warning. You will not get another one. Do not drive. Do you understand?
Particularly the court wants him to do to demonstrate that.
I don't know. You know, creativity goes a long way, but I want you to appreciate what it is to be able to drive. Living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive blows. Do you understand? And I want you to appreciate that and understand that. I'd like a little bit of time in the past. You know, a little creativity goes a long way. But, you know, how old are you, sir?
He's 19.
You're 19 years old. What are you doing with yourself these days, Mr. Fontenot?
I currently work in Conroe. I'm a diesel mechanic. So
He's employed full-time and he's never been in trouble, Judge, just for what it's worth.
Did you graduate from high school?
yes,
You need to understand that Your life is just now starting. And what you make of your life now, it's like, it's a road, right? That you're building in your life now. That road can be smooth. It can be glorious, paved in gold, or it could be a chunky, rocky piece of crap pot, just cobbled stone that are filled with holes because you're in and out of jail. Just, you're setting yourself up for the next 40 years of life. And if you end up in and out of jail with conviction after conviction, with drug problem after drug problem, it's not a good way to go through life. This life is about money, and it's about this. Do you understand? And I want you to appreciate all this. And when I know that we do, then you and I can talk again. Above all else, do not consume alcohol. You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Trent, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You pick up a new case, violate conditions, don't stay in contact. We're not going to have a good experience here. If you do as you should, then hopefully we'll come out of this unscathed. Do you understand? Do you have any questions? Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna have him sign the affidavit. We'll have him go sign a receipt of Victoria. You'll get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go.
Judge, please, the court, I'll probably bring him back in about 30 days, just so you can check his progress.
Certainly can. Let's see how things are going. But him coming up here and just saying that I missed my license, I want to see some kind of proactivity.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir.
Excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Trent.
Right, page 23.
Mr. Tovar. Good morning. Sir, you're charged with driving on a suspended or revoked license. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On November 11th, 2024, officers observed the defendant's motor vehicle traveling with tail lamps emitting a white light in violation of Texas Transportation Code 547.322, which require a red light. Traffic stop was initiated. Officers ran a Texas license plate through NCIC, revealing the insurance to be unconfirmed. Officers made contact with the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, the defendant. The defendant displayed a Texas ID stating he did not have a Texas driver's license because he had to pay $300 to get another one. Officers ran the ID, finding the Texas driver's license to be ineligible and expired as of December 2020.
All right, Mr. Tovar, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm going to have you now sign with me today an affidavit. This is a promise you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you need groceries. A kid has got to go to school. Do not drive. If you don't have a license and liability insurance, do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive a car. It's an offense in and of itself, punishable by up to 6 months in jail. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and then we can talk. But until that point, if you drive, it's really just not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I'm not going to put any conditions on your bond other than you not driving. I will have you come up here, swear to us you're not going to drive, get you to Victoria, sign a reset, and then you're free to go. Don't drive. Don't. Do you understand? Okay, come on. Good morning, Mr. Wilson. Sir, you're charged with driving on a suspended license. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Officers initiated a traffic stop after observing the defendant's vehicle without a front license plate. The officers found that after running the defendant's license, it returned not eligible. Officers also observed that the defendant had 2 warrants for prior traffic infractions, and the defendant was also unable to show proof of insurance for the vehicle.
Find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I will have you now sign an affidavit with me today. This is a promise you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if there's a medical emergency, a burning building, and you have to save 50 kittens. Do not drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? Yes or no? We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I will have you come up here, swear to us you're not going to drive. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll let you go. When you come back, please have a lawyer. You're LeJared McCardle.
McCarter.
Sir, you're charged with tampering with a government record. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain.
You did a
Oh,
record
it's-
already. He was just rolled for.
Oh, I see. Got it. My fault. Do you have a lawyer today? What are you doing about that?
Court appointed lawyer. I don't know how to sign up to get one.
It's a matter of you Googling or perhaps getting a newspaper and start interviewing lawyers. That's what you need to do. Just because you say court-appointed lawyer, poof, it doesn't magically appear. Oh, there's a lawyer to represent you. This isn't, you need a lawyer to represent you and you need to go out there and hire one. You need to interview one. It's like buying a car. When you buy a car, your first car, you don't go to a Ferrari. You don't go to Lamborghini. Don't go to, well, I'm going to say BMW, but that's a, you go to a car that you can afford. It's the same thing with a lawyer. 99% of lawyers will put you on a payment plan if you ask. You need to find one that's right for you. Don't take them at first blush. Negotiate the price. You know, like I said, 99% will go down and they'll put you on a payment plan. It's a matter of you going out there and finding them. Do you understand? Okay. You've already been reset at least 1 to 2 times, right? Have you even tried to look for a lawyer?
Out of town work.
Okay. This is now important. You're facing a year in jail. Do you understand? Okay. So we're going to give you time. I'll give you another 30 days. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. D.
Yes, sir, may I approach, Your Honor?
Yeah, hey, how are you?
Doing fine, Your Honor, thank you, sir. Your Honor, I am here on Mr. James Houlihan. Mr. Houlihan was requested by the Honorable Court to go and take a drug test yesterday. It's my understanding from talking to pretrial services
Come up, Mr. Houlihan.
that the client tested positive for THC.
You've literally tested positive the entire time while you have been on bond.
Sir, I haven't smoked since August 25th.
You've tested positive
Is there a way I can?
August 27th. You tested positive September 30th. You tested positive now November 18th.
Then I can obtain the urine sample and I will go pay for it myself to show that it's been a steady decline because I have not smoked, Your Honor.
It should be out of your system. It's been three
Heavy smoker.
It's been 3 months. 8, 9, 10, 11. It's been 3 months. When did he test positive? Yesterday?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I spoke to pretrial services. They reported to me that he did test positive. Client has.
He's done a total of 3 tests, right, Felicia?
Yes, I have one from his first hearing date and then a positive from the 7th of October where he was remanded in custody. And then none since October until yesterday.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Houlihan. I guess you just don't take it seriously. I've asked you repeatedly not to. You've tested consistently positive for marijuana. I've told you since day one, do not use, and you continue to test positive. What am I supposed to do?
Judge, if I may, could I get those dates that Mr. Houlihan tested positive again from the pretrial services?
So we have one on 8/27,
8/27/24,
September 30th,
9/30/24,
10/7,
10/7/24.
and now 11/18. I have no choice, Mr. Houlihan. It goes with you. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dick. Okay. Hey, so how's our boy Westbrook?
He went straight to treatment. Like he
Great.
said, well, his mother's been emailing me. I haven't checked the details, but she also
We
gave
have
me access to his
tomorrow.
therapist.
They filed a BVR on him because he tested
They
positive.
filed it. Okay.
Do you know 100% he's in?
I will double check, but his mom sent me all the information.
Great. Can you get proof? Because if he's proof and he's in, I'll waive the appearance.
Okay.
But I'm just not gonna take his word. So we need some kind of, but if so, then great.
Will do.
We're happy. And that's great if he did. I was hoping that he would,
Yes.
So he's on probation upstairs.
You're upstairs? Or,
Mr. Odom,
oh, I'm sorry.
he
Yes.
just entered into the probation.
Yes, sir. He just entered yesterday.
Got it. Let me see who that is. Good morning, Mr. Odom.
Morning.
With us, you're charged with several cases. You're charged with violation of a protective order. You're charged with harassment. I think that's it. You entered in a very, very serious probation yesterday, a deferred, which is a type of probation that if you complete successfully, you don't end up with a conviction. But I want you to understand that you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this probation. And if you do it, wonderful, great things will happen for you. But if you break it, you don't do your conditions, you test positive, you're in a very tough court. And I'm telling you now, you could be doing many, many years in prison if you violate the probation. She's great, but she's no nonsense like us. Take things seriously. And if you're going to play games, we only got one place for you. And you could end up in prison for up to 10 years. You understand?
Yes, sir.
What are we doing here?
We're doing a 300 credit for 120.
Which one, the VPO or?
On the BPO, dismissing the harassment.
Okay. So one more thing that you also have to understand is that you're charged the violation of a protective order now, Mr. Odom. If you continue with the same course of conduct in a certain amount of time, they can file that as a continuous VPO, and there you're looking at yet another third-degree felony. So whatever you were doing to get you into this here, stop.
Yes, sir.
You have children with this person, right? Okay. If you want to get access to your kids, and you should, because every child should have access to their every father should have access to their child. Do it the right way. Go through the family courts. Don't take matters into your own hands, because things are really going to go sideways quick. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never take this off. This violation of a protective order will go on your record. It will be there forever. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
So it is 300 days in jail with credit for 131 days credit. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. As part of the agreement, the harassment will be dismissed. Just like I said, be careful. There's so many other fish in the sea. Get it. No means no. Doesn't mean maybe. Doesn't mean this. No, no, means no. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Come on, man. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just abandon it. It's fine. Yeah. Q.
All right. Your Honor, I give you Mr. Farias. We are pleading to a probation on a DWI with a dismissal of an assault family violence.
Okay. You realize what's going on. You also need to realize that the DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die.
Understandable.
You ever get pulled over, officers, the first thing they do when they're pulling you over, they look up your record. If they see a prior DWI, they come up to your car and they smell alcohol, dope. What do you think they're going to do?
I'm gonna do.
Right. From now on, you're looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail. So no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. It's a lot of time to do. All you got to do from now on, you want to get lit, one button on a phone. You can have a car waiting to take you anywhere you want to go in this world.
Yes, sir.
$20. Do you understand?
Understand. I will testify the last time I did an Uber, it was 50, but yes.
Still cheaper than the alternative,
Much so.
right?
I was just offended at how much an Uber cost to take me
Still.
2 miles.
It's so much better regardless, even $50, you
I
know?
paid it.
Or walking.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Farias, you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never change this or undo this. You give up the right to appeal. You understand?
Understand.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. And so you're saying we're doing, is it 180 days?
It's 180 days probated for 1 year, Judge.
Okay.
Relatively standard conditions. I believe they added BIP, which was part of the dismissal of the assault and violence case.
This is the 18-week BIP, correct?
Yeah, the regular BIP.
Regular BIP. All right. so-
I'm of the firm opinion that there's BIP and then there's other things that shouldn't be called BIP. So this is BIP. I believe there's a guardian interlock order, and speaking to my client, he does not have a valid driver's license, so we'll need to do a non-driving affidavit.
And we will now make that a condition that you get your license as well.
Understand.
Did you get your high school diploma? That's another condition that we will do.
Do you get a GED?
In lieu of community service, we will do a GED or equivalent program. You must, at a minimum, get your GED. In this life, you can't go without a high school diploma. You're going to make pennies to when everybody else makes $1.
Understand.
So you have a lot of stuff here to do. I want you to understand this is not going to be easy. And I'm going to keep you on until you finish all this stuff. I'm not going to let you go. And if I have to put you in jail repeatedly to get you to understand, that's what I'm going to do, Mr. Farias. You will not leave this probation at a minimum until you get your GED. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I have to, I can hold you for 3 years, and I have held people on for that long to pay restitution, and I will do it in a heartbeat.
He's saying that he can extend your probation to 3 years, not put you in jail for 3 years. I want to make you understand that.
There's intervention program. The Batterers Intervention Prevention Program, it's an 18-week class that you have to do once a week for 18 weeks. You cannot miss a class because the classes are designed for you to complete it in a certain way, and you have to go once a week for 18 weeks. I understand that you may work, but when you sign up for the class, you're allowed to sign up for what days you want. Make sure it's a day that you're off, perhaps a weekend, but don't set yourself up to fail for setting on a day that you know you got to work or you have other obligations. Don't call in, oh man, I can't work, I can't make it. They're going to kick you out.
Yes,
They
sir.
kick you out, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
You must do a DW education class. Did they put a victim impact panel?
No, sir.
Okay, so I would prefer him to get the GED, right, and his driver's license. So for you to complete this program, all you have to do is just a couple things. Your driver's education class, your DWI education class, sorry, the BIP class, get your driver's license and get your GED. As long as you can do all those things, we're happy. Do you understand?
Understand.
If you violate this, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out to question why you mucked up. I'm going to put you right back in for who knows how long, and then I'm going to let you out. and we will continue on. And we're going to do this until you get your GED. Do you understand?
Understand.
Okay. All right, guys. Good luck.
Do not leave.
Yeah, Nathan, what about the DPS fines and fees?
Okay, so there's a debate I have had amongst many defense lawyers about whether or not there is a DPS charge on a probation. And so the DPS statutes, when it relates to the super fine, say upon a final conviction. And
It is a conviction.
Well, it is a conviction, but because it's a probation is considered a final conviction for some things and not others. So I know numerous courts do not consider this to be a final conviction. I don't know about this court.
I think it's certainly a final conviction.
Then
You're just,
I would ask that the
the
court.
only thing that changes is it's a conviction, but instead of doing jail time, the jail time is probated. So it's still a final conviction.
Well, so here's the funness of this, because Anna actually asked me about this a couple weeks ago, and I had an hour to kill while I was waiting in court, so I looked through it very thoroughly. So the DPS statutes don't define it for the purposes of the superfine. They define it for other things, at which point even a deferred is a final conviction. So I don't think that that definition would apply to this. Under the penal code offenses, a probation is not a final conviction. And I haven't been able to go through case law. I would just ask that the court waive it. I'm court appointed. He has no money. He has no driver's license. He doesn't have a GED.
Working, right? What does he do?
I can bring him up to ask him specifics, Judge. I didn't go through it.
That's all right. Don't worry. Just waive it. Yeah. Just waive it. He's on the probation. He's going to say it again. Yeah. Reduce. Yeah. Just reduce it.
I want to know the answer to that. I know Montgomery County as a whole does not do superfine out of probation because they believe it to not be a final conviction.
I think it's certainly a final conviction. There's nothing.
It's just, I want to read an appellate opinion that tells me, and I can't find one yet.